Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Jalip tribe, and we are finally back with them after what has been a very long break for me. So I have returned home from my vacation with the tremendous cold, by the way, so if I don't make the best decisions today, just assume that the overlord of all of these furry little creatures in our Jalip tribe is not feeling her best today. And so, oh my gosh, look at the hawk, it's gonna come and get all of our little creatures. And so all of them are going to have to deal with the risk of me having a fluffy-headed cold, and who knows what kind of mistakes I may make in that condition. But I think it should be pretty interesting because I just could not resist jumping back into the tribe here on the middle island and seeing what kind of surprises were going to be thrown at us today. For instance, last time Rira, who was scouting out inside of one of the areas of the savannah grassland over here, came back from her exploration unexpectedly pregnant, and we got very excited about that. And because I had recorded that episode at 2 a.m, the day before I had to fly across the country, I failed to take note of an extra baby bump floating around over here with one of Chocolate Chips's descendants. So apparently I came over to Miss Lakois here and told her, I hope you don't get unexpectedly pregnant, but it turns out Lakois has something to tell us, something that she needs to admit to the family and admit to us with that baby bump right there. Look at that. Lakois, she ran into one of the rogue males as well, roaming around in the grasses. Who even knows what he looks like? We've never caught sight of him, and all we have to see is the evidence of his children. And the only child we have from the rogue male born so far is Analala, little Analala here, who does indeed have spit snout. She has no paw, and she has the blind eye recessive, so she's kind of got a double, triple whammy of all of those genetics that you normally don't want in your tribe. Though you may recall how in the Hoshina tribe we used to have, the spit snout was considered a sign of beauty, and so the most beautiful females were the ones with spit snout, and that was a really fun twist on things. But this is the first time that spit snout has ever been seen in the Jalip tribe, even on the old island, so I have no idea how this tribe would take it. But I do like to point out that Analala here does have the E immunity gene. Now, a few of you guys have suggested what to do with this little one. Poor Rira, she came back and everybody in the tribe, including you guys, seemed to be of the opinion we should leave Analala out for the bird. A lot of people said leave her out as bait for this bird, who is unfortunately up in the air right now, so we need to go through and make sure every one of our babies and our juveniles, including this little one over here, Rudoku, apparently he's old enough that he can be snatched as well. I thought if it was only ones that had like brand new babies, such as Lasis here, I thought it was only her or only the ones that had one gem like Rovan who could be snatched from the bird and taken away to the bird's nest as food, which is quite tragic. But apparently even 2 gem juveniles like Roduku can be snatched as well. So we don't want that to happen. We'll probably move Roduku up in just a second, but we kind of need to survey everything. For me, it's been about a week and a half since I have seen what has been going on with this island. So we need to just glance over everybody, make sure they're okay, mingling with the Dodomingo as usual. Oh my goodness. And no, I am not going to feed Analala to the big bird. And a few of you guys have suggested that we use the rogue's children. So any children such as Analala or the yet unborn child that Lakois is carrying. A few of you have suggested we use those children to pick the cactuses. And what happens when you gather the fruit from the cactus is your creatures actually take a lot of damage. And I don't like to do that because it hurts them and it makes them die faster, and we have enough food abundance thanks to the trees especially. We don't really need to worry about that, but I thought it was an interesting way that a lot of you handle these unexpected, unwanted genetics, is that you just use that creature to harvest the cactuses. Maybe if this was a fiercer, tougher, kind of cutthroat tribe, full of claws and ram horns and big bodies and all of those things, then maybe we consider that. But we're not going to be doing that with little Analala. I think that Rira would fight anybody who tried to do that to her daughter, and she does have a lot of strength actually. She's one of our stronger of our members here in the Jalip tribe, which is why she was one of our scouts. But now I know the dangers of having our female scout for us. But when I was looking around to try to find some new scouts, I noticed something, you guys. How many boys do we have? We do not have that many males. We only have a couple males. Up here, we have 2 males, and they are actually sharing this family nest down here. Little Seiko has taken on both of these males as her mate because they match up very nicely with her genetics. She has a couple of the rare genetics, the H and the E genetics, and I really, really love the fact that they seem to be like Dodo Mingo friends. I like the idea that this particular nest, and someone in the comments actually suggested the idea that the Dodo Mingo are the ones who built the nest in the first place, and that makes a lot of sense to me. So like many creatures in the wild, what our creatures seem to be doing is taking over a nest of another creature and making it theirs, and that happens a lot in the wild when a one species will like dig out a hole in the tree or dig out a hole underground, and then another species will just come in and take that over. Foxes will take over badger dens, for instance, or a lot of bird species will take over a woodpecker and little cavity in the tree once the woodpeckers leave, or they'll try to chase them away and take it over from the woodpeckers instead. So I think that's really fun. And so the reason the Dodo Mingo are trying to get back into these nests all the time, in my head at least, is because the Dodo Mingo built the nests in the first place and we took them over. So I thought that was really fun. But I like the idea that Seiko probably likes the Dodo Mingo. I think maybe she collects up the feathers to make her nest extra soft for her baby is Coco. So they stay over here and they mingle with the Dodo Mingo. They're not bothering the berries. The Dodo Mingo probably eat the seeds from the grass. And I just like the idea that this little section of our tribe mingles with the Dodo Mingo because that just sounds adorable. Who knows? Maybe the Dodo Mingo like to eat some of the nuts that fall from the tree. So she has 2 male mates, Duke Van, who is actually very sick and he isn't long for this world. So Duke Van is very happy to have Kukir move in and help to take care of the little tribe that they are founding down here with the brand new nest. But I did note that these 2 males are one of my very, very few males left in the tribe. This whole area is females, including 2 pregnant females. This is Samela, and this is Anna Anala. It's kind of tricky to say some of their names sometimes, and she is actually, I believe, the mother of Rira. So Rira came back unexpectedly pregnant, had her child, probably shocked Anala, and now we need to move Anala onto the nest as soon as we can because she's going to die in a couple turns. So we need to make sure she can have her last baby and clear up space. But after that, where are we going to get the males from? There's no males over here. And all of a sudden, it looks very frighteningly like if we run out of the males that we have down here and up here, we might have to rely on the rogue males in order to continue on with the Jalip tribe, and that would be terrible. So we need to do the best we can to keep as many of our boys alive and start spreading them out a little bit more to go through the different sections of the tribe. Thankfully, this family right down here is having a lot of boys, including a brand new little boy named Van Rota, and he has B and A immunity, and he has poison fangs, which is always a nice plus. We also have Ducro, who has D and B immunity, and he's got the venomous fangs as a recessive, so that's always good. And he's really good at berry picking, so we'll probably work with him in berry picking too. And he has a little brother, and I think they even have an older brother, Kirduke, down here. We might send Kirduke maybe up north, so he can be maybe with this tribe of females because they don't have any males with them right now. Yeah, and it looks like there would be plenty of females that he could possibly breed with who don't have his same genetics. So we'll probably send him up north in just a second here. But we will have to be very careful to make sure we continue popping out a lot of baby boys, or else we're going to be in a lot of trouble for the Jalip tribe. All right, and I might move some of my females around. Like Islala, she's old enough to move around now. I might put her on top of that stump. I probably need to get the bunny first though, so we'll hang on that. Let's see. Down here, we still have our black furred creatures, which are doing pretty well. New Ducro is doing quite well at being a scout. I think he's kind of accepted the fact that their very commanding mother is Simi here, who is going to pass away on the next turn, I believe. She has had her last child, Mikomi, and she considers Mikomi, even though Mikomi looks a lot like her, to be a little bit of a disappointment. She was really hoping to have another child like Rira. Rira is her most beloved child with the most most unique genetics, and she just thinks Rira is the most beautiful creature in the entire tribe, and everybody should bring Rira all of the food, and Rira should basically be able to call the shots, and that's kind of influenced Rira's personality, I would say. So this is going to be interesting since we like to make stories for all of our different sections of the tribe. I think that because of the way they look and because of Isimi's constant pull of power and constant desire for power that she's had, being one of the first ones born on the island and in command of the tree over here, I think she's definitely going to pass on some of that ambition to her daughter. So Rira is going to inherit that ambition, but we have a problem. The only ones around here are her two brothers. The males around here are her two brothers and her father. So if Rira wants to find a potential mate who has different immunity genes, we want B and A, and she also wants to carry on her poison fangs, then we're actually going to have to send Rira over here to this little section of the tribe. So this is another offshoot branch we've been working on with the very bold Lariana, who unfortunately is about to pass away pretty soon of old age. Oh, and look, we have the yellow eyes down here. Oh, Melimi. That's so awesome. I hadn't even noticed that we had yellow eyes. It's been very hard to pay attention to a lot of our creatures because of the unexpected rogue male babies. That definitely surprised me. But this Vancouver, he is the only male nearby who has opposing immunity genetics that we need to send Rira over to get. So he's not going to leave his group. He's got two wonderful females and a tree and bushes and a bunny burrow and all sorts of food over here. So we will actually be sending Rira over to hopefully mate with him and come back and be able to start her own genetic line soon. So that is a not so quick, sorry about that, summary of what is going on, including the rogue males and the hawk overhead in our island right now. And let's start moving everybody around, gathering up food, and trying to have some more healthy, happy babies. And I also think that we have to do something really fun with Lakois. I think Lakois is going to be quite surprised to find herself in this state, and instead of going and talking to her parents about it, I think we're actually going to send her over to this nest down here, and she can start her own branch of the family tree, kind of in isolation on this faraway nest on this little island. Well, it's not really an island, it's kind of like a little islet. We'll send her down here, and maybe she can kind of guard this area. She and her children can start to protect this zone, because this is going to be the path to the third and final island, the hardest island. Oh my gosh, look at all of the stones. They really would have to go a long way for that. Wow, we better make sure we have tons of food before we get ready to move. But I think her family might start to take over this area, and we can send perhaps the questionable genetic children that direction. So Analala might move over here in the future, and we can kind of isolate them as a genetic backup in case we really desperately just need any male or any female. But let's go ahead and get that bunny first, and if the bird doesn't get it first, and we'll send Analala to get the bunny, or actually let's send, well, yeah, Analala is the only one who can reach it. All right, there we go. Got the bunny, collected up the food. You better back off, Birdo. We're keeping a close eye on all of our babies, so I'm not falling for that. All right, and speaking of keeping a close eye on our babies, let's go ahead and move East Coco over, and then we're gonna have Duke Van go ahead and mate with his mate. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Now that he's mated with his mate, I'm going to have him clear away some of this area. I want to shake the tree. Yeah, we'll go ahead and shake the tree and gather up a little bit of food. And then let's see what else we're going to do down here. Pregnant females. I have one pregnant female, two pregnant females who are ready to have their babies any day now. So we'll go ahead and just let her stay there. And then Rilana, let's see. Rilana, what am I going to do with you? I'll have you do a little exploring because I do need to start clearing the area between these two nests so it's easy to defend both groups. Go away, bird. Keeping an eye on that bird, that's for sure. And then, yes, I think Lakois is going to be kind of surprised to find herself in this state, so she's going to take off. She is going to be running away from home, kind of tragically. Oh, don't tell me that's the rogue male. Is he gonna pop back out and, oh, Lakois, how did you find yourself in this situation? I feel like he's going to pop out. That would be kind of interesting if he did and joined her, but hopefully that's not a predator. All right, and then we do have a pregnant female over here because Lala, who is the descendant of chocolate chips from the last island, which is a really fun genetic line to continue following. I just cannot wait for the family tree so we can actually follow it physically on a family tree. That would be really cool. But she is sharing with her nest sister Mila. So her nest sister Mila is ready to have her baby, and usually they'll trade off very soon. Lala's getting a little bit old though, and I want Lala to have more children. And actually, Ismiana is old enough to start having babies of her own, and she is Chocolate Chips' great-great-granddaughter, I believe. I may have missed a great there. I apologize if I did. But I do want her to start having children soon, so we might have to pick her out a mate pretty soon. We'll pick her out a mate soon, when her mom gets a little bit older, I think. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll gather up some berries. Oh, no, you don't! Oh, thank goodness. I think we just saved Ruduku's life. Good job, Mila. I really do think we just saved his life, and I don't think Kirduknu appreciates having this big giant bird near his family. Alright, no. I'm keeping an eye on that bird. It is definitely lurking, definitely trying. It was coming over to see if it could have some luck going after our children. You can stay away, you gigantic birdo. Alright, it's having no luck. So it decided our babies are too protected over here, and it's taking off for over in this direction. But we're going to take good care of everybody here too. And Kiraduk, I'm going to go ahead and let him... Oh, and he could travel back to the other island if we wanted to do that, which I don't. So we're going to have him start working his way up so he can come and join all of the females over here. The Jodomingo, they haven't budged. I wonder if they know the big bird is here. It would be very interesting if that big blue bird, the hawk, I guess you could call it, couldn't find any food from our babies. Wouldn't it be fascinating if it ended up going for one of the Dodomingo instead? I would find that very interesting. And there have been theories from you guys about letting the bird take a toxic body baby and seeing if that would kill the bird. I don't want to try that out because I would hate to see my babies die, but I thought that was really, really fascinating, just the idea that that could happen. All right, which I don't know if it could, just it was a great theory is what I'm saying. All right, and I think we're going to go ahead and move Islala up here, and she's going to go ahead and keep watch of this area. Her brother, this is her brother right here, so we're definitely not going to let them mate. And then Dukro is down here. He can help out with the berry collecting. And I don't think Kuta could move down. We can move him over here. They can't mate. Darn it. I thought they could mate. Well, that was a bit of a waste. We'll just leave him there for a moment then. And then I'm going to actually, let's see, and Ismi is about to pass away, and her nest sister Miri is probably secretly celebrating because Ismi has just, in our storyline, treated Miri terribly the whole time, and now Miri will finally get the chance to have some babies of her own. So I don't think Noroku has any idea what to do about how strong-willed and how aggressive Ismi has been, but I think Rira is going to spend her mother's last day with her, taking her advice and heading out for this area. So hopefully we'll be able to have a new shot of genetics mixed in. Look at those big Dalmatian ears on Vancouver. That is fantastic. All right, so we've got lots of people moving around. The big bird is gone. Nope, it's just floating around on that side, but it can move quickly. So I don't really want to move it so that Vanro is exposed. So, Vanro, are you safe? Yes, because you're next to one of your moms. So, oh, Noroku is about to... Oh, no, he's not about to pass away. It was just the way the light was shining. Okay, Noroku, you've got plenty of time left, buddy. So you're going to come over and we'll have him start actively exploring again. None of his other children can move yet because the bird's nearby and they are still juveniles. And then over here, Rari is going to help gather up all of these awesome berries. And it looks like if the berries stack on top of one another, they still only give you one food, unless I misread that. So we'll have to be careful there. And Melimi is not old enough to move off the nest yet. And Larana probably wants to explore these spots. We did have an interesting moment there where a predator popped out of these bushes. So let's gather that up and shake the tree again. Oh, we could have had the baby help. Darn. Oh, wait, the baby can still help. Yes. All right. I don't know. I'll have to look. I wasn't looking when the nut added food to our food count, so I'm going to have to make sure we look next time. All right. So I believe everybody is lined up and taken care of. Oh, and the Dodomingo are scooching around. Or no, we have another Dodomingo popping out. All right. Everybody okay? Gathering up food where we can gather up food. The bird is nearby. All right, wonderful. And thanks for your patience, you guys. I just have to like look over everything. All right, and Kuta can actually help out if I move him down here and he can gather up some food. All right, now let's see what happens to Lakois. We're gonna stick with her today until she has her baby. What just happened? Who got hurt? What? A predator just popped up out of nowhere. Oh, phooey. Okay, quick. Vancouver, I need your genetics, please. Please don't die. He has his 2 daughters who can come and help him fight. All right, who has fangs? We've got fangs over here. All right, Messiana, come over. There we go. We're gonna take this guy out. Yes, all right, we did it. We did it. We took him out. Wonderful. That minor crisis has been avoided. And we can go ahead and explore this, pick that berry and move into the nest. And then we can go ahead and move her over here to gather up that food. All right, sorry about that, you guys. Definitely was surprised by the predator. All right, and the bird, look how quick that bird moves. Now it's all the way on the other side of the island, waiting to eat our children, and that's not gonna happen. All right, I'm kind of curious. I think Lakois would be too curious to avoid it. Oh, it's a bunny. All right, well, at least she got a little bit of food on the move. I really was hoping it was going to be like a new creature and we could start a whole new nest with her down here. But well. All right. Well, now we know where everybody is and what everybody is up to. So we're going to scooch everyone around. Lala's going to come over here with her new baby, Lacisis, and we're going to let Mila go ahead and step into the nest. And I guess she can shake the tree too. That won't hurt anything. That can make Roduku feel important because he can gather up some of the nuts. And then Ismiana is actually a pro berry gatherer, so she was trained by her aunt, so we could say Mila, to gather berries. Their dad, Kirduknu, he is very much enamored with Lala, but that bird is nearby, so I don't want to move too far away from the babies. The bird, yeah, no, look, now it's headed this way again. You're not tricking me, bird. All right, so if I want to get Lala pregnant, we'll wait till next time. And I'm going to examine this area. All right, and Anna Lala has grown up, old enough to leave the nest. I think everybody's kind of freaked out by her. She can help out with collecting a little bit though. So we'll move her over to her spot for collecting up here. She can be watched after by her aunt and learn how to collect berries, so that can happen. We're going to move Rira off the nest too. And so she'll probably want to stay with her baby. And oh no, I hope Anala, oh my gosh, what a mouthful. I hope she will be able to stay alive long enough to have her baby. Oh, and I should have had her gather those berries. Phooey. All right, and Sukomi is old enough to move. I feel like we were going to do something special with Sukomi, but I can't recall off the top of my head. All right, Izilala is going to gather up these berries. Oh my gosh, it's so... Oh, it just wrecks my nerves to see the bird flying overhead. All right, Rira, continue moving down. And she has finally made her way over to the male. And her mother, oh no, her mother has indeed passed away and left behind little Mikomi. So Mikomi is going to scooch over and learn how to collect up from the nuts that fall from the tree. And Miri is going to come down, standing, I bet she's like quietly, secretly in her head doing a bit of a dance on top of the bones of her not so nice nest sister. But I think she would be respectful. Oh, scooch over, little one. Bird is way too close for that. Oh my gosh, look, he was coming. He really will keep an eye on where your babies are unguarded. But I think that Miri would take her position protecting the babies pretty seriously, so we don't have to worry too much. All right, and Nudukro, as much as I want to breed him, I don't think it's a good idea. He does have blind eye, he does have double bad genetics, he does have no paw, and he isn't really, he really can't do much. He can do the tiniest attack, and that's why we keep him here as a scout. But man, I love his black fur. Still, that's something we could put into the mutation menu. Oh, and I do want to get those violet eyes at some point, so we're going to have to look into that when we have some time. All right, let's go ahead and move Noroku deeper into the grasses so he can do a little exploring here. The bird is still overhead. Everybody's taken care of there. Everybody's taken care of here. We're going to move Kirduku over, and what are his genetics? B and A? Yeah, look at that. So yes, Mila especially D and H immunity, A and B. So he has a little bit of overlap. We have a lot of A immunity everywhere. But I think Mila will actually be a great mate for him. So he can help out with Mila in a little bit. You can pick that. And we can move these little ones. All right, you're going to scooch over. And your mom is going to scooch over. And we're going to have Messy, her nest sister, step into the nest. There we go. And I guess Kirduke, we could move him up a little bit so that he can help out. Maybe we can have him explore these edges where the rogue male was. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move him over to those edges until Mila is old enough to be his mate. Actually, would he be a good mate with Rira? A and B immunity, B and A. No, they have the same immunity genes. Too closely related somehow, or at least too closely genetically related. Look at all these Dodongo. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, we had a new baby, Lana. So another little Lana with H and B. Well, that's really great, except wait a second. Does that mean we just had like a bunch more females? I think that was the only female. Oh my gosh, we are just full of females right now. Phooey. All right. And the Dodongo are kind of in the way of exploring, if nothing else. All right, I'm gonna move this guy. Can we move Mama? Yeah, we're gonna move Mama off the nest for a second because I need to move the dad over here. And then we'll explore these spots. I don't think that Siko likes not having the grass removed, so we'll explore those spots as much as possible. East Coco wants to slash at the burrs, and she has E and B immunity, which is really good. And then, let's see. Well, no, don't hurt it. Don't hurt it. Okay, there we go. I didn't want to actually slash at him. I just wanted to kind of reveal where the Dodongo was mingling. All right. So everybody's all lined up, you guys. I think that's good. Good. Nobody's gathering from these berry spots right now, but that's okay. And now we have several pregnant mamas ready to have their babies. And we are still going to follow Lakois. I'm going to try to get her onto the nest ASAP so we can see what kind of baby she has. Oh no, we lost one of the pregnant mamas before she could give birth. Oh my gosh, we have another Dalmatian. You guys, we have another Dalmatian, Anna. I think we already have an Anna somewhere on the island right now, but she's so pretty. Oh my goodness, she's got great strength in collecting too. What would Anna look like? Oh, if we bred her with New Ducro. They have two, their genetics are too similar, but I would be so curious what would they turn out to be. Oh, that would be so pretty. Okay, we'll mess around with those genetics in a little bit. We have another new baby, Mila. Mila has had rice. Oh my gosh, and it's another female. Uh-oh, wait a second. Female, male. Oh, thank goodness. Vanku, so little Vanku, who is pretty good at attack. Oh, good, and he has H and B immunity. Ramhorn, recessive no paw, almost healthy across the board. Miri, thank you. We needed another male, so that's very important. We'll have to send her mate, Roku, down in a second, but I think he's about to run into a predator if the growling we heard a minute ago is correct. Oh, look, and we have another white-furred female. Fascinating, D and H, but we have a lot of females, so we're going to need to be very, very careful about that. Yeah, and we don't have white fur as one of our mutations we're going for right now, so All right, so Isiana, congratulations on the beautiful new baby. We'll go ahead. Rira, we'll go ahead and have you breed with this handsome male, and then we will have you turn right around so you can get back to the nest. Hopefully you can avoid what is most likely a predator lingering in these bushes. I wonder if I should send Anise. She's a pretty decent fighter, and Vanro to go help their father. I think I will, because I have a feeling this is going to be a predator right over here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave them over here. I'll move her brother over too, so that we have a little fighting team that can tackle the predator that's coming. And ironically, that also protects Rira on her way back over to the nest. And Miri is going to stay right where she is so that she can make sure everybody is protected. There we go. And she can either even gather nuts and berries from her position in the nest. That is such a great location. No wonder Ismia was so possessive of this spot, because you can gather up so much food and still contribute even while you're having babies. All right, so back here, what do we have going on? A Dodongo dance party. That's what's going on. Oh my gosh. All right, and we're gonna move down here. Oh, there's nuts over here too. All right, there's so many things. I think it's very important to uncover the grasses around here. We're going to scooch the babies around. My nest. Oh, the Domingo almost tried to get into my nest. I need to remember. I forgot for just a second that that's what they do that for. All right, and we'll uncover more of the grasses. And I think little East Coco. Oh, I forgot there was another berry bush back here. Fantastic. East Coco is not the best berry gatherer, but she's a really good fighter, actually. Maybe I should send her over to help out with the predator. This is why we need to clear more of the grasses. Wow. All right, and actually, we need to get you over here. Wonderful. That's more like it. Now we're really racking up the food. What? No, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I forgot what the Domingo do. Phooey. Get out of my nest, Domingo. Seriously. Oh my gosh, that was all it took? All right, well, we defended the nest from that Domingo. We were very adamant about it. All right, and I think Rira, do we want to send her exploring again? The thing is, I am down to pretty much just females. So I'm going to need to send somebody out to do more exploring, and it looks like it's going to have to be some of my females. All right, and let's come down over here. We're going to now move Lakois down. I need to get her onto the nest because I said we were not going to leave today. Today is a super special long episode, apparently, because I do not want to leave until we get Lakois having her baby. So let's just gather up what I know we need to kind of speed things along. There we go. Oh no! I had her breed with her son! Ah! I'm so sorry! I am so sorry, Lala! I totally thought that was her mate because he was kind of behind the tree, and I just saw Roduku as an adult with the mane and the dots. That's so embarrassing. See, this is what happens when their guardian deity has a cold and a fluffy head. I end up accidentally mixing them up. Oh, Kirduknu, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I have totally muddied the family genetic line now. And Kirduknu is getting old enough that he might pass away pretty soon. Phooey. Let's see. Can I give the tree a good shake? Nope, tree can't be shaken for nuts right now. And Ismiana, we'll look for a mate for Ismiana next time for sure. All right, and I can't believe this is such a pretty baby. I'm really proud about that pretty baby too. All right, so let's go ahead and should I move some of the babies around? Not too sure. We'll wait for just a second. I definitely need more male babies, that's for sure. All right, we'll go ahead and grab that. Good. All right, so we've got, let's see. We've got a couple pregnant females of the third generation, Rira and Isoko, Lakois, excuse me, moving to the nest so that they can have some new babies. And we have Samela. I don't even remember who her mate is. If it turns out to be another rogue baby, I'm gonna laugh. But she is moving over to the nest too. So let's see what babies are born. There we go. Sienna! So we have little Sienna, another female. This is getting a little bit desperate on our male situation, that's for sure. So she's down there, and we're gonna scooch you over here, ma'am, so you can have your baby. And let us finally move Lakois. We're gonna have her explore that spot onto her nest. So all by herself, abandoned. Well, kind of run away on purpose. She is here looking out over the ocean. There we go. And she's kind of like the guardian of the edge now with her unexpected baby. So that's quite interesting. All right, let's go ahead and gather up. There we go. Gather up all of the berries. Lasis, you have the larger body. That's so pretty. I really love the fur. The fur also hides the baby bellies. That's why I missed it on a couple of our females. And let's go ahead and move the babies around where we know they're going to be safe. Oops, you weren't supposed to go there, little one. All right, we'll put you over here for now. Scooch you here. No, get out of that nest. That was a total misclick on my part. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, there we go. Baby will be safe there. And they will grow up soon. Is the bird around? The bird is not around right now, so technically we would be safe. Oh, I'm gonna miss Kirduknu so much. I hope he can, we'll leave him down here and we'll let Roduku do a little exploring. Like I said, next time we come back, we will definitely try to find Ismiana a mate so we can continue on with her family line. But I need to do just some quick little bouts of exploring right now. Oh, and Rira's over here. She's just trying to pretend like everything's fine. Her exploring days have been cut short by the unexpected addition of her daughter, Analala. And Analala is over here learning how to collect berries from her mother. But I think Rira might eventually decide she wants to go exploring again once her daughter is old enough to survive on her own and just be a good little berry collector. And I think as long as she's contributing to the family, there shouldn't be too much fuss about it. All right, now can we do some good fighting? Sukomi can help out with the fighting too. Where did the predator go? Oh, don't tell me there's 2 of them. That would be a little bit bad if there's 2 of them. All right, let's go ahead and work out what we can over here. The baby can help gather these things. And I'll send the dad over here to do a little more exploring. All right, let's see. I'm going to have you do some exploring too. And then can I come over here? Darn, I was really hoping I could figure out what the growling is without having to go up to it. Now we're going to send... All right, come here, Rira. Rira is going to dash down here. So she's next to the nest. Oh, and I probably should have moved these 2 out of the way. Darn, there's not really a good way. Let's move you over here. You're unprotected. You're unprotected. Move you over here. Sorry. That's probably a little bit of a waste, but I didn't want to have unprotected babies. All right, and we'll send this group up to fight. All right, there we go. I knew you were hiding there, buddy. I brought backup. Oh man, I hope I brought enough backup. Oh, what? I didn't bring enough backup. He's so close to dying. They're going to take him out, though. Don't you guys worry. We're going to get rid of him. What? One of my females passed away. Oh, that's so sad. I think it was Lariana who had always wanted to be down here. All right, Messiana, we'll have her go ahead and mate with him. This is all girls, too. We're in so much trouble. Oh, what are you doing in the nest? Get out of the nest. Oh, I can't believe I moved him in the nest instead. I'm sorry about that, you guys. All right, let's move Big Sister up so she can help out with shaking the tree and gathering all these nuts. Yeah, okay, so when the nuts are stocked on a tile, they'll continue to help collect. All right, there we go. And the sisters are defending everything. We'll have to sort out what to do with this branch of the all-female family tree that we seem to be running into down there next time, too. All right, and then how about Dad? Why don't you move over here? Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, goodness gracious. Is Mom a good fighter? Siko is a good fighter, but I am not leaving these babies unprotected. Okay, we've got a little bit of a predator problem. Nobody panic. We'll worry about that later because we're going to end looking at what kind of mysterious baby are interesting. Come here, Lakois. Have your baby. All right, let's see what kind of baby she's had from that rogue male showing up too. Oh my gosh. And here is one of our first watchers, you guys. Neurovan, a male. We desperately need males right now. He has a whole new immunity gene. See? I've never seen C. Oh my gosh. We might have to make some very difficult decisions when it comes to if we should... Oh my goodness. Black fur. Oh my gosh. You're actually pretty darn amazing. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna have to make some very interesting decisions with the babies next time. And we finally have 2 males. This is a gorgeous male, Rokirduke, over here. This little one's old enough to move out. We have another female, Icosis, down here. How's the predator doing? This predator is dead. And we'll have to move some of them around. Oh, we have another baby boy. Yes. All right. It seems like the balance of power is slowly being brought back to our genders among our creatures. And next time, we will have to see what kind of baby Rira has. And we will also have to see if we can pick out a proper mate for Isimiana so that we can pass on the cookie tree family recipe to another generation. And once we do that, you guys, now that we've kind of gotten a good establishment with a lot of our genetics, and we're losing a few strains, adding in a few others, I think it's time to really start bulking up and exploring the island. So we're going to really kind of hunch down around the trees, gather up lots of food every turn. We're really low on food right now for some reason. Oh my goodness. And we're going to really like hunch down, gather up food, and start launching more exploratory teams. It might have to be exploratory teams of my females because we don't have that many males to spare, but we'll have to see how things go. And once we completely explore the island and gather up a lot of food, we're going to move on to the next island too. So I think this is a good time to start switching from kind of a more passive, relaxed berry collecting society to a more aggressive, defensive society with lots of offensive attacks and lots of claws and fangs, because I hear the third island is going to be quite the doozy. So thank you guys so much for joining me and watching over the Jalip tribe as they grow on this very special niche special, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.